How can I help you, man?
I got a 1978 team autographed Harlem Globetrotters basketball and the game program.
Sweet.
Did you get this signed yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was 8 years old and waiting in the hallway to the locker room.
Okay, so you were like the kid in the hallway with the Coca-Cola and the Mean Joe Great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The coolest part about the Globetrotters is how much fun that they had. I tried to do some of their tricks back then, but it never worked. Looking to sell the ball today because I'm more into hockey now, so I'd rather start collecting hockey stuff. Metal Arc, Sweet Lou, Curly Neal, Nate Branch.
That's really, really neat. I know they started off as a serious basketball team in the 1920s, and the stuff they did with the basketball was incredible. These guys would drop kick a basketball from half court and just swish it. Literally, when I was like 10 years old, every kid was trying to spin a basketball on their finger.
Right.
You know, they were trying to do the whole, you know. Even though the Harlem Globetrotters are not in the NBA, they're still probably the most famous basketball team in the world. But since they're not a professional team, I have no clue on what this can sell for. How much did you want for it?
Well, I was looking at $1,000.
Yeah, okay. Do you mind if I call up my buddy? He's got a shop right down the street. He deals in all kinds of sports stuff. Can he take a look at it and maybe help us figure out the price?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, hang out for a few minutes. I'm gonna go give him a call.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm definitely wondering how much the ball's worth, but I know that the signatures are absolutely real because I watched the players sign it, so I'm not worried about that part.
Man, we have some great ones on here. Sweet Lou Dunbar, there's Metal Arc Lemon, of course, Curly Neal. I mean, who could ever get that shiny head of his?
He's actually still a coach for the team.
And you also have the program?
Yeah, the program's with it.
Okay. There's just so much more to the Globetrotters than a sideshow, as a lot of people associate with them. They've played in over 20,000 games, 150 countries, and they've been ambassadors to Goodwill for the United States and travel all over the world. It's quite an amazing story.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, going back to the early days of the Globetrotters with the segregation and everything, you know, there was nothing else for, you know, black players to do for basketball. I mean, heck, the NBA wasn't even invented until the late 40s. Back then, if you weren't playing as a Globetrotter, you weren't anybody.
They're from Chicago, right?
They actually are from Chicago, which obviously the Harlem Globetrotters, everybody assumes are from Harlem. But going back to the 20s, they started in a small ballroom in Chicago named the Savoy Ballroom. It was a group of 5 guys with their owner, Abe Saperstein.
Okay.
His father was a tailor, so they just arbitrarily picked New York and tailored it onto their uniforms just to book them more matches. But they didn't actually play in Harlem until the 60s. In the beginning, it wasn't just all the antics like they do these days. These guys would go out there and they could play. And after a game where they had a pretty comfortable lead, they kind of started clowning around. Well, the crowd ate it up. So they started incorporating more and more comedy and antics as the years went on, and they added the name Harlem and Globetrotters, Harlem being the hotbed for African-American culture during the time, Globetrotters giving that international vibe. Even after the Minneapolis Lakers won the first NBA championship, they challenged them to a game and beat them. So even after the NBA formed, they're still the best team ever assembled on the hardwood.
Okay. So the big question, what's it worth?
What I can tell you is, from the balls I've seen from this period, these are all done by different guys. I mean, different slant flow, pen pressures. These are authentic autographs, no doubt about it. So what we're looking at here, ball and program included, is $300.
Thanks, man. For some reason, I was thinking it would be more money, but...
So was I.
You're hoping for a little bit more?
A lot of it more.
Yeah, a lot of it more.
With the Harlem Globetrotters, they don't transcend well into the new generation. You know, these days, everybody wants to collect the current NBA teams, and the Globetrotters simply don't have the market that they once had.
I'm thinking like $150.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. There's no way. I mean, I've seen these online with just Metal Arc for $100, so...
Yeah, well, remember, what you see online, that's what they're asking. That's not what they're getting.
Right.
And, I mean, I have to resell the thing. I mean, I could go $200 if you would take that, but...
Yeah, I probably wouldn't take much less than like 8.
I wish we could do something, but if you change your mind down the road, maybe we could do some business.
Okay, sounds
Have a good
good.
one, man.
Thanks. If it's only worth $300, I'll probably put it in some kind of a case and keep it in the family. It's my ball, and I had it done, so it's got a lot of sentimental value.